It's finally time. Oh my gosh, launching a new brand is no joke, guys. This week was stressful, exciting, and a little overwhelming, but here's how I made it happen. I'm going to share with you a vlog style video of what to do the week prior to your brand launch and survival tips that got me through this week. I plan to continue this, so be sure to subscribe and comment below and enjoy. Thanks for joining us in this episode. Let me just tell you, this whole week was testing me, y'all. And now I'm up at 12 a.m. finishing this video for you because my iPhone, I got a new iPhone Pro, and the audio on these video clips just didn't sound the way that I wanted to. So I decided to just do a vlog style video with some tips for you. I hope you don't mind. It's still going to share a lot of really great information. So you hit the jackpot if you're watching this, and be sure to watch to the end and to check my comment below to see who won the Bushbalm giveaway from a couple of weeks ago. But anyways, let's get into it. My first tip is super important. Please, please, please watch this entire tip because it's really important to keep yourself extremely grounded, active, and nourished this week. So last week my son was sick. I had to go to urgent care. He was going through it, the poor thing. So I was praying to Jesus to protect my body, but slowly I started feeling the sickness creeping up, and even though the bug bit me, I did everything I could to just keep myself moving and healthy and to not let the sickness take over. I don't think this is talked about a lot with being an entrepreneur, but I think especially when it comes to a rebrand or a launch or anything major, it sort of puts you in a big mental and physical strain. Like, it literally strains your body to have all of these things going on. And then on top of that, you're a parent or you got a life. So don't be surprised if during your rebrand launch week, you get sick or you start having anxiety or you feel out of control or even just a spiritual heaviness. I even felt like a lot of negative thoughts were creeping up too, just the way I was talking to myself. And so I literally had to just stop myself and be like, nope, I'm not going to listen to this. And I switched whatever thought it was into something positive. I think I do blame part of it that I was PMSing, because that usually happens a lot to me when I'm PMSing. But I think it's okay for us solo SDs and entrepreneurs to admit that what we do is a lot, and it's okay. I've been wanting to share more about this because I think it's really important to do these things to keep yourself going and to feel as good as possible, especially during a week like this. But I think when you're about to embark on something really incredible, you're going to get tested. And so it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be spiritual. But these are the ways that I kept myself going and feeling as good as I could throughout the week. And that was to keep my space as organized as possible. I ate and had healthy food made ready to go in my fridge, so I wasn't tempted to go and binge on something unhealthy, because I did kind of feel like there was moments where I wanted to eat really bad or I didn't want to eat at all. So just make sure you're feeding yourself, you're eating healthy. I worked out, even if it was just for 20 minutes, because I felt like this kind of buildup of energy happening. And so I think keeping your body active, just think it's really important to keep your body moving, even if it's just going for a walk. Another thing I did was I meditated and prayed multiple times a day. Again, with the self-talk, I had to do these moments where I just practice mindfulness by slowing down, taking deep breaths when needed, did some journaling, listened to positive affirmations, my favorite podcasts, uplifting music, high frequencies. And then, of course, getting some hugs and snuggles from my son and laughs in with him were really healing as well. So surround yourself with whoever it is in your life that keeps you joyful, that keeps things fun and light. And absolutely, like, don't do this alone. We'll get more into that in the later part of the video. But yeah, these are just some examples of things that I do in my, like, what I call feel-good bank that I take out of when I need a pick-me-up. And even though I had some rough moments this week, I mean, you guys, you don't understand how the universe was testing me this week. You just have to know that when you're about to have a breakthrough, things will happen, okay? Most likely things that you think normally are like negative, but I promise you that it's just a sign that you are headed in the right direction. And you want to be able to shine as much as you can this week too. You want to present your best self to your clients and your guests at your party. And this is just the way that I did it this week. I feel really good. I feel ready. And so we'll get into the tips next of like the logistics of how to, prepare and things like that. But I just really wanted to start out the video with this tip because it's so important and you should not overlook this. Tip number 2 in regards to clients: should you take clients the week of your rebrand or your grand opening or whatever event it is that you're hosting for your business? I'm torn on this one, not gonna lie. I think what I'll say in the positive side of taking clients that week is I get refreshed, honestly, from seeing my clients. I can't speak about everybody's clients, but my clients are like my buddies. I do feel like it was helpful to see a handful of them this week because they were people that really make me feel good, and it got my mind a little bit off of the grind and the focus that I had this week. So it did just kind of give me a little bit of a pause from that chaos and slow down again and be present with them and chit chat. And, they really were encouraging me. So that was the positive side of having clients. And if you do decide to have clients, just make sure that you're only taking like a few. Don't fully book yourself. But I would say the con of taking clients would be that you just want to have as much time as possible. I would ideally suggest you don't book your clients a lot the 2 days before the event, but maybe toward the beginning of the week would be fine. Having more time is always going to be beneficial the week prior because you're going to be getting stuff done. Not take a client and have had maybe an hour or 2 extra of sleep. Yeah, I think I probably would have been a little bit happier doing that. But I did enjoy seeing my clients, so totally up to you, but those are the pros and cons of it. So the next thing is to go to the venue at least a couple of days before the event. I would say, honestly, if you could go a week before, that would be ideal, but we went a couple of days ago. The reason why we couldn't do it sooner for us is because we didn't get our RSVP list solidified until like early this week. Now that we know how many people are coming, we knew, okay, we needed to set up for a certain amount of people. So we had to figure out like how many people were sitting at each table. We also bought some tablecloths. Like, you also want to talk to the venue of what materials they're going to be able to provide you. So we found that out a couple weeks ago, and that's how I was able to order some things to, have that they don't have. So like the tablecloths and some other things. So we came and we tried out the tablecloths. We tried out the overhead projector because we're going to do a little presentation for our guests. And yeah, we just mapped out the place settings and things like that. Be sure to have your team of people around you helping you. Don't be afraid to ask. And that'll keep also you a lot more grounded during this time. This sort of ties into the first tip about, taking care of yourself, but more specifically your self-care and your, preparation appointments, because this is like also an event for you, and you want to feel your very best. You want to feel like a goddess. You want to feel like a queen. You want to feel like a boss. And there's just certain things that I like to do personally, so it could be different for you. But for me, I like to make sure that, at least a month or so before, I had gotten my hair done and trimmed. I also got my nails done the week prior. I did get the pedicure the week of. which was nice because it was actually kind of another time where I could just like take a little pause. And I went with my auntie and we got to catch up again, like kind of keep my mind off of all the other things I had to do, and I was able to enjoy myself for a little bit. I went and got my spray tan. You know, I can't do that too ahead of time, so do that the week prior. Other things, I got my facial done the week before. Don't try a new hairstyle. Don't try a new makeup look. Do your regular thing that you know is going to look good. It's going to make you feel confident. Stack up your self-care appointments. Don't let yourself go during this time because it's very easy to do. You want to show up feeling your very, very best to this event. My next tip is to get your materials pre-ordered and go to a few of these stores for cheap finds, but specifically Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is really, really great for getting very affordable party-related materials. The other materials that I ordered were, menus, business cards, but I ordered the materials this time from Canva. I do feel like the quality of the Canva printing is not as good as Vistaprint's. And then the other option would be to go to FedEx to print things. The quality is good, but you're going to pay more. They literally charged me $2 per sheet to cut into the shape that I needed. So it would be good, again, to pre-order things. Honestly, I did this last time at my first grand opening, and again, it happens. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but you will pay more, and the quality might not be as good if you wait till the last minute. Last but not least, of course, you need to capture content. Honestly, was planning on skipping this week on posting, and I'm glad I didn't because it really forced me to capture all these little clips that I got for you guys in this video and just for my video diary to look back on this event. Enjoy this process. Capture the content because you're gonna want to share about it to your audience, to your clients, and we plan on obviously recycling any footage we get for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, and content, as you know, is just gold these days. So please don't sleep on that. Even though you're stressed, just put the phone on the tripod like how I did. You don't even need to talk to the camera. Just capture the moments as they happen and just be able to look back on it one day. So I hope that these tips were helpful. I love you guys so, so much. I can't wait to share with you the brand launch behind the scenes and then the actual branding and all of that itself. So be sure to subscribe, comment below. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.